The whole town is talking about you. And it's not just a rumor drifting through the coffee shops or a whisper at a grocery store checkout. Your name is literally breaking the city's internet, like a wave that started somewhere small and just kept building until it crashed through everyone's feeds, everyone's conversations. Even the conversations people are having in their heads when they think no one's listening. And the reason is way stranger, way more unexpected than you might imagine right now. It's not just because you are successful or because you did something big or flashy that people usually get attention for. It's deeper than that. It's about how you have become a question mark hovering over the entire town, a mystery that everyone's trying to solve because you don't fit the usual boxes people love to put each other in. You are unsettling to people, but in that magnetic way where they cannot stop thinking about you, cannot stop talking about you, cannot stop refreshing their browsers to see if there is a new post or a new comment or a new piece of a puzzle, the puzzle that might finally explain who you actually are and why you feel so damn different. So here is what's wild. You probably didn't even notice it's happening at first. You have been living your life, waking up, doing your routines, to-do lists, dealing with your own stuff, trying to figure out your own path like everyone else, all while the whole city was slowly, quietly waking up to the fact that you exist in a way that feels almost impossible. It started with small things, little observations people made when they crossed paths with you. A barista noticing the way you looked at something outside the window, like you were seeing colors no one else could see. A neighbor realizing you were the one walking home late at night with a kind of presence that made the street lights seem dimmer next to you. A coworker mentioning that conversation they had with you, the one where you said something so simple but so profound, it looped in their head for days, making them question everything they thought they knew about themselves. These are the tiny, tiny seeds that grew into the wildfire of chatter that's now consuming the entire city's collective attention. So you have become a kind of mirror that no one asked for, but everyone needs. When people talk about you, they are actually talking about something deeper inside themselves. And that's what makes this whole phenomenon so fascinating, and why your name is absolutely breaking the internet right now. The internet is not just a place for cat videos. I love it. And celebrity drama anymore. It's where truth spills out in strange ways. And right now, the truth people are trying to get to you is you. But here's the kicker. They will not even fully understand what they are looking for. They just know that something about you has cracked them open, made them feel seen and unsettled all the same time. And when people feel that combination, they cannot help but talk. They cannot help but share or stare at you. They cannot help but obsess over the person who made them feel that way. The real wild part is how it's happening on different levels for different people. Some of them are talking about your story, the things you have been through, the thing that they have caught wind of, the hardships they have heard you've navigated. And they are not just gossiping because they are bored. They are talking because you have done something that defies their understanding of how life works. They know you have been through storms, hard things that would have flattened other people, crises that would have left most folks bitter and closed off. They know about the losses, the betrayals, the moments when it would have been so much easier to just give up on the whole thing. But instead of seeing you broken, they see you standing in this strange, radiant space that's confusing to them. That's really confusing because it doesn't match what they expect from someone who's been through what you have been through. You didn't just survive, you transformed. And that transformation is the talk of the town in ways that are spreading like wildfire through every group chats, every neighborhood, Facebook page, Instagram, every late night phone call where someone says, "Have you heard about this person? What's their deal? How are they so much?" And people are talking about your energy, even though they might not have the vocabulary for it. They are saying things like, there is just something about them. There is something about them. Or they have this vibe I cannot explain. They are noticing that when you walk into a room, the atmosphere changes, like the air pressure before a storm. They are noticing that you listen in a way that makes people feel truly heard, that you see through bullshit in a way that's both terrifying and refreshing. They are noticing that you carry yourself with a blend of humility and power that doesn't make sense to them because most people have to choose one or the other. They are noticing your authenticity, that rare quality where what you say and what you do and why you are all seem to line up in a way that feels almost too good to be true. Except it's clearly real, and that's what's breaking their brains. They are those who have been drawn to you because of something specific they witnessed you do. Maybe it was the way you helped someone without expecting anything in return, the way you give something valuable to a total stranger like it was no big deal. Maybe it was the way you held a boundary with such grace that it made everyone in the room realize they'd been letting people walk all over them for years. Maybe it was the way you spoke about something difficult with such clarity and compassion that it unlocked something inside someone who'd been stuck for months, decades. These moments are turning into legendary stories that get retold and spreading like a beautiful contagion through the city's social fabric until your name is practically glowing in the digital sky like an accidental constellation. But here is where it gets really interesting. The part that's making people refresh their browsers and dig through your old posts and ask everyone they know if they have more information. Because the story they are telling themselves about you isn't quite complete. They know you have been through something painful, something that would have destroyed most people. They know you have come out the other side carrying a kind of wisdom and strength that's undeniable. What they cannot figure out is how. How did you do it? How did you do it? What's the secret? Did you have some kind of special support? Did you find a therapist who gave you medical advice? Did you read some book or watch some video that unlocked the cheat code to life? They are literally obsessed with figuring out the mechanics of your transformation. Because if they can figure out how you did it, maybe they can do it too. And that's what's making this whole thing go viral in the most unexpected way. The internet is saturated with content telling people how to fix themselves, how to heal, how to become their best selves. But when people see someone who's actually done it, someone who's living proof that transformation is possible, someone who's walking around in the same grocery store and breathing the same air, it becomes real in a way that no video, no book ever can. You are not just a story anymore. You are proof. And people are hungry, really hungry for proof, because they have been sold so many lies and half-truths about what's possible. They have been told they can have it all, but no one ever really shows them how. They have been promised healing, but they have been handed. They have been offered hope, but it's always conditional on buying something or believing something or doing something. You, on the other hand, are just out here being yourself, being whole, being real. And it's the most revolutionary thing they have ever seen. And the city's internet is breaking because people cannot stop sharing their theories about you. Some people think you have some kind of hidden spiritual practice. Others think you must have been born with some kind of special gift that they could never access themselves. Others think you must be secretly famous, or secretly rich, or secretly connected to someone important. There is this collective mind running in circles, trying to explain the unexplainable thing about you that's captured their attention. The truth they are missing, the one that's right in front of them. If they'd stop trying to find something complicated, is that the thing that makes you so compelling is the thing you've been doing all along. You have been choosing to show up as yourself, all of yourself, even the parts that might scare people. You have been speaking your truth even when it's awkward or uncomfortable. You have been walking through the world with the willingness to be changed by what you encounter, rather than armored against it. The people in this city, They are not just talking about what you have achieved. They are talking about what you have overcome. And they are talking about how you did it with such an open heart, beautiful heart, kind heart, that it's almost impossible to witness without feeling something shift inside yourself. They are talking about how you laughed through the pain, how you opened up instead of shutting down, how you kept going when everything inside you probably wanted to stop. They are talking about how you stayed soft when the world tried to make you hard. They are talking about how you kept your humanity intact when the world tried to convince you that being human wasn't enough. They are talking about the way you forgave people who didn't deserve it, the way you let go of resentment that would have been totally justified, the way you made peace with things that were objectively unfair. And it's not that you were a saint or some kind of unshakable superhero. It's that you felt everything, the whole messy, awful, beautiful spectrum of it. And you refused to let any of it turn you into something, into someone you didn't want to be. So when people see you now moving through your own life with this grounded presence and this radiant energy, they are seeing the work you have done reflected in everything about you. They are seeing it in your eyes, that way you look at people that makes them feel like they are the only one in the room. They are seeing it in the way you speak with the kind of clarity and compassion that comes from having wrestled with your own darkness and came out the other side. They are seeing it in your posture, that balance of strength and openness that says, I have been through hell, and I'm still here, and I'm still real, and I'm still willing to be vulnerable. They are seeing it in the way you love, so freely and without all the games and defenses that most people wrap their hearts in like armor. And it's so rare and so beautiful and so utterly human that it breaks through all the noise and cynicism and distraction of modern life and makes people stop and look at and wonder and talk and share and obsess. And funny thing, the thing that's making this whole story even more viral is that you might actually feel a little shy about all this attention. You might feel like you are not that special, like you are just a regular person who's gone through some stuff and tried to learn from it. But that's part of what makes you so magnetic, isn't it? This humility that doesn't try to pretend you're something you're not. This groundedness that keeps you accessible and real, even as the whole city is talking about you. And for the people who are paying attention, who are refreshing their browsers for the hundredth time to see if there is any new news, that humility is actually the most stunning part, because it tells them that what you have isn't about ego or performance. It's something more authentic, something that cannot be faked, something that they can aspire to without needing to become someone else in the process. There is a particular kind of curiosity you have sparked, a curiosity that's leading people down paths they didn't expect to travel. They started out wanting to know your story. And somewhere along the way, they ended up asking questions about their own. They started out trying to figure out how you healed, and they ended up noticing that the places where they are still hurting, they are started out trying to understand your perspective, and they ended up seeing the limits of their own. This is the beautiful, unexpected alchemy of what you are doing just by being yourself. You are awakening a kind of self-reflection in everyone you encounter, a willingness to look at their own lives with the same compassion and honesty you have brought to yours. And that's really what's breaking the city's internet. Not just curiosity about you, but the wave of self-discovery that your existence has triggered in everyone else. The truth is, you have become a signpost for something bigger, a living example of what's possible when someone refuses to give up on themselves. And in a world full of despair and cynicism and the endless noise of social media, that kind of example is priceless. That's the real reason the whole town is talking about you. That's the real reason your name is breaking the internet. People are desperate for hope that isn't just empty promises, for stories that are actually true, for proof that the human spirit is as resilient and beautiful as we have always secretly hoped it could be. And you, just by being yourself, by living your truth and sharing your light, studying open in a world that wants you closed, have become that proof. You've become that proof. You have become that story. So the next time you scroll through your feed and see your name popping up in places you didn't expect, the next time you hear someone mention you in a conversation that stops when you walk in, the next time you feel the weight of all that attention, try to remember. Just try to remember what's really happening. The town isn't just talking about you, they are talking about themselves. They are talking about what they are capable of. They are talking about the light they are beginning to see in their own lives, reflected back from yours. And that's a beautiful thing, isn't it? That's the kind of impact that doesn't need a title or a platform or a mission slip. That's just one human soul connected with other human souls in the most honest way possible. That's just life asking the question and you showing everyone the answer they have been looking for all along. And one more time, the reason the internet is breaking isn't because you are famous or special in any traditional sense. It's because you are real. And in a digital world that's starved for the real, you have become the meal everyone's been hungry for.